We have in New Mexico, pronouns are he, him, Jorge, who is new to atheism, and welcome to the show. You have an announcement that you wanted to make, so let's get started. Jorge, how are you?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for taking my call. You guys are talking about roommates, and my roommate died today.
Oh, my gosh.
We were sharing a 3-bedroom house, and he was a 8-year-old Chihuahua. My best friend for 8 years.
Oh, I'm so
he died
sorry.
Today.
I'm so sorry
I'm
about
really
that.
sad about it. Thank you, guys. But I'm really happy that you guys taking my call. My kids are coming to see me in 6 days. And I've been in deconstruction for a couple of years. And then I discovered all of Matt videos, and you guys, John, I've seen a lot of your videos, and that just confirmed what I've been thinking about churches all the time. And so I want to call myself for the first time an atheist, and I wanted to do it on your show. And I really appreciate you guys giving me the chance to do it. So
Thanks so
needed some advice. I needed some advice, and how do I come out to my kids? They're grown-ups now, and I taught them how to go to church, how to pray, how to believe in something that is not there, basically. I just need some advice right now.
Well, I mean, my only experience with children been with my son, who's he's only about he's going to be 12 in January, but the best thing that I think that you can do is if you feel like telling them or feel like you need to tell them, sit them down and just have a very adult conversation about how your beliefs have changed and you don't really you don't believe the same things that you used to. And I'm not exactly sure if they're very hardcore into religion or anything like that, but I think it would be, you'd have to kind of judge how you think they're going to react. Like, I don't know. I would be concerned with if they're very, very into religion, then it might cause them to, I guess, become more attached to their religion. Because I've noticed that when I've told people, like my family members and everything like that, people that I've never known to clutch a Bible have immediately started clutching their Bible and trying to convince me that I need to believe in God. That's one possible reaction, but I think that at the point in your life and your children's lives, that just trying to sit down and have a very adult conversation, if you feel like that's what you need to do, then I think that's probably the best way to handle it. I know me, how like if I was in your position, how I might handle it is just sort of like, I don't know, casually bring it up at some point. But if you feel like you need something a bit more formal, like a more of a space for them to be able to question you or ask you why or anything like that, then a nice little sort of sit down where you can have a serious conversation might be better.
I'm wondering, Jorge, I might have missed it.
Yeah.
How old are your kids, and what sort of reaction are you expecting?
Well, my youngest is 23 and my oldest is 37. All three of them are coming. There's one in the middle. All three are coming to visit. I lived in Washington State for 25 years and then I left. So I'm living by myself here in New Mexico. And they're coming to visit, and by Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, they're going to be here. And I'm planning of just coming out and say, guys, what I taught you, I don't know, it was a lie. I was in an error myself. I don't know what to say.
Right.
So it sounds like one of the things you're a little concerned about is that you taught them religious perspectives that you no longer believe, and that's the primary reason that you seem to want to know, because you don't actually have to tell them anything. And also, I've always recommended that people generally come out kind of gradually, in the sense of you just be honest, be yourself, answer questions honestly, and kind of the what happens. At some point, they're going to say, "Hang on, Dad, don't you believe in God anymore?" That might not be the best process for you, because you have a need where you could say, "Hey, I taught you kids stuff and I no longer believe it. And I would feel bad if you continued to think that I believed it. And that, I clearly as a parent had an influence on you over your beliefs. And I don't want to be in a position where you keep believing something because you think I do." That I can see is a little more important.
Yeah, and I would caution against using the word lie whenever you talk about it, because, I mean, when you were teaching them, you weren't lying. You genuinely believed it, what you were teaching them. And so it would be a lie now to say, well, I still believe those things. So I definitely wouldn't use the lie word. I would definitely just say, I've changed my mind, my beliefs.
I think I was wrong.
I've changed, something like that. Yes, I think I was wrong,
and I think everybody should be big enough to admit when they were wrong. And I could be wrong again. And if you think I'm wrong, I'm happy, to discuss it. But and just be honest, because first of all, just love your kids, which we don't want to skip past. As if they can see that this is coming from a place of love and sincerity. Even whatever religious views you've taught them and that they've learned on their own, maybe this isn't panic worthy. Maybe this is a chance for everybody to come together. And you might find out that one of them has been, or more of them, has been harboring their own doubts, but just didn't want to tell you. And then now, instead of a 1-on-3, all of a sudden it's a 2-on-2.
Exactly. You're right. I've been posting some hints, like online, like Facebook and stuff. Against religion and against my own beliefs. And they never asked me why I've been posting stuff like that. But you're right. They probably have their own doubts. And it'll be a good way to ask them and you just come out and say, you know what, I was wrong. I taught him for, 16, 17 years. Go to church, pray and believe and have faith. All those things that are not really anything.
Yeah. I think I'd love to have you call us back and let us know what you decided on and how it went. And what the next steps are, because the coming out stories are always important. And one of the things, my friend Margaret Downey came to me. We were standing around talking at a convention, and she was pointing out how she keeps going to conventions and she keeps hearing, here's a professor of philosophy who's going to talk about this, and here's this argument, and here's this, and here's this. And what she was missing from all the conventions were people's stories, people talking about how religion had impacted their lives, how difficult it was or wasn't for them to find their way out of a particular religious view. And that, I think, is very important, that we need to hear more from other people who've been through the sorts of things that we have been through. And so I want to kind of push for more of that on this show and other shows. So if you'd be willing to call back and let us know, hey, what happened, how did it turn out, what are you thinking, what are the next steps, et cetera, I'd greatly appreciate that.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. Yes. Mm-hmm. There's a small community here in New Mexico, atheist community. And I've been kind of like, we have like a small Facebook group. And I'm kind of, like texting back and forth. And but definitely I would like to talk to you again after this. This is going to be on this coming Wednesday. My kids are coming down. They're going to be here for 5 days. And after everything goes on, I can probably call you back and tell you all about it.
Sweet. I look forward to hearing it. Thank you so much, Jorge.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for taking my call. I love it that I can do it right here and then. And it's my first time calling to a live show ever in my life. I'm 54, and I love it. I love it.
There you go, chat. 54-year-old new atheist calling in for the first time to tell all of you that he's an atheist and get advice on how to talk to his kids about it. And his promise to call him back in and let us know how it goes. I can tell you that chat's pulling for you, and the same way that John and I are. I can't wait to hear back from you. Have a good visit with your kids, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Matt and John. Thanks.
Good night,
John.